Hello everyone, myself I am Uma and I have overall 8 plus years of IT experience as a data analyst and 4 years of experience as a corporate trainer. I am a Microsoft certified data analyst and a corporate trainer and currently working at Microsoft. So first of all, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining this session. And today I will be walking you through this Power Platform and SQL related courses. Okay, most of you have joined this session today to understand why I should go with this Power BI course, why should I learn SQL, why Azure is required, what about Power Apps and Power Automate. If I join this course, whether I'll get job or not, what technology is required, should I know coding or not. I know that many of you have multiple queries, right? You have lot of queries to ask. So listen this session carefully, and by the end of the session you will understand what this course is about, whether you are eligible to take this course or not, how easy it is, everything you will come to know. Just focus on this session. Okay, let's get started now. So these are the tools which will be part of this course. Okay, Power BI, Azure, SQL, Power Apps and Power Automate. So all these five tools will be part of this full stack Power BI with Power Platform course. Now let's see the agenda of today's session. Okay, we will be going through this one. What is this visualization analogy? Power BI, Azure, Power Apps, Power Automate and SQL. See this visualization analogy, it's not a course. Okay, since Power BI is exclusively known for its visualization, first let's understand what exactly is this visualization analogy, then we will go with the other tools. Okay, let's get started now with this visualization analogy. Now let's see one example. Okay, here is my data. You can understand this as a business data. This business can be anything. Okay, you can imagine this as a Amazon business or a Flipkart business or any business where you can see some months. Okay, from January to December, what is the sales happening and what is the revenue. Here sales is nothing but when you do a business, you sell some products, right? You sell some products, and when you sell the products, how much money you're getting for that. And revenue is nothing but how much profit you are getting out of that. Okay, so this is a business data. So let me ask you a few questions on this. Okay, so can you tell me which month is making the highest sales and which month is making the least sales? Similarly, which month is performing the least revenue and which month is performing the highest revenue? When I ask this question, what you will do? You will literally go through this table, see each row. Okay, where it is making. Okay, March, it is making the highest one. Then again you will go through all these values and you will check which month is making the least sales. Again same thing, two more questions I asked, right? Highest in terms of revenue and lowest in terms of revenue. Again same thing, you will go through this column. Again you will search which one is making highest, and then again you will check this one, and then lowest also you will go through all these values, and finally you will finalize that okay, December is making the least revenue. This is how you are doing, right? When I'm showing this raw data to you, what if I ask you, and to know this, right, whatever the steps we perform, right, literally going through this and then identifying which is the highest one, again coming to this column, going through this and identifying the highest one and lowest one, almost I took around 40 seconds to perform this task. I took around 40 seconds to answer the questions which I asked. Now, let's see how we can answer this if it is in the form of a visualization. Now, tell me, if I ask you which month is making the highest sales, easily you will go here and you can easily make out that okay, here it is making the highest. And with in terms of revenue, here you can see here it is making the highest, and least one based on this graph, here it is dropping down. So here you can make out that This is something which is making the least in the month of December. Similarly, for revenue also here it is making, right? It's very easy. Now if I ask the same question, nobody will see at the left side, all your eyes will be on the right side. Why? Because this is visualization. It's very easy to understand, and whatever the questions I ask, you can easily make out from this one. Here you hardly take 5 seconds to answer this question. Not only this question, you can give some more insights about the business, what it is. Till March it is at the peaks, okay? It is almost at the peaks of the business is at peaks, okay? And then slowly what happened, it became stable, or you can say it's a moderate. And then what it is happening, the business is slowly dropping down, right? By end of the month, end of the year, slowly it is dropping down. So you can analyze your business, right? Not only in the real time, the data sets will not be this small, you will have huge volume of data, you have to analyze that everything, and it will be very difficult if it is in the form of this table, right? If it is in the form of this visualization, it's very easy to understand, and you can derive more insights about your business, right? This is how a visualization plays a major role in making the decisions. So since it is dropping down, you can make some decisions, right? Okay, now you are able to understand when my business is growing well, when it is stable, why it is dropping down, what are the reasons for the business which is going down, how can I improve my business, what kind of marketing strategies I can implement. This kind of analysis you can do, okay? Similar to one more use case we will see. Same thing. Now again, same thing. It's a plain text, okay? Raw data we have. Now if I ask you which store is making highest sales, which store is making least sales, what you will do? You will go through each store, you will go. Again in this store, oh my god, again multiple products are there. iPhone is there, Samsung is there. Again search where is store one. Again OnePlus. Again go to store one, here Vivo. Out of this, again I have to sum up these values, right? I need to do some calculations, I have to sum up all this, and then I literally have to spend some time to make out which store is performing the highest sales and which store is making the least sales. What? Same thing, if we have built some visualization, how easy it will be for us to understand the business. See, now, if I ask the same question, which store is making highest sales and which store is making least sales, no one will see the left side data. Everyone, all of you, your eye will automatically move towards the right side graph. From here, you will easily tell me that store 2 is making the highest and store 1 is making the least sales, right? This is how a visualization helps in understanding the business. Now, why did I speak about visualization when our course is about Power BI? Because with visualization, it's very difficult for us to understand our business. Lot of manual efforts are required. Every calculation manually, you have to go to every step, you have to perform the cleaning operations, then write some formulas, everything. It's a very tedious process, okay, without visualization. So if we go with the visualization, our life will be very easy. You can see here, right, in front of yours in the screen, you can see when the same raw data when it is in this format, it's very difficult to understand, right? Same thing, if it is in the form of this visualization, it's very easy for you to understand your business. For a small table, it took so much time for us to identify how my business is performing. What about in real time? You will be working with large volume of data, years of data, 10 years of data, 12 years, 15 years of data you need to analyze. Manually you cannot do all the operations, right? So if you build this report once, you can use this report anywhere, okay? Even if it is if you have built this report, even after 5 years in the same tables the data is getting updated, you need not again do any calculations. Automatically, if you refresh the report, all the 15 years, 20 years data you can see in the report. And once you create this report, you can use it everywhere you can use this report. You can use this in the web, you can use this by logging into your laptop or system, or you can also access this report across the world, wherever in whichever country you can access this report in the phone as well as tablet or any gadget, or in the web as well. Next, why it is important, why visualization is important. What did we do now? We have seen two use cases. In these use cases, it helped us to understand how my business is performing, how I can make the decision, what is the target audience, and how we can convert this into trends. Like raw data, how we can see the trends, we have seen, right? From January to the February, the graph was up, again down, up and down, that is called the trends. So how it is growing, where it is falling down, what is the reason behind that, we can also see. It will also reveal us the unnoticed key points about the data. Okay, so with life with visualization, as I said, it will be very easy for us, because here no coding is involved. This power platform, in power platform, along with Power BI, Power Apps and Power Automate, all these are no code or low code platform. When I say no code, no coding is required, unlike some other programming languages like Java, .NET or Python. You need to write a lot of code, right? More number of lines you need to write the code, but here you need not write any code. It is, that is why it is called a no code platform. And always remember this one, okay? Remember this line: our future is nothing but it's of no coding. If you go back to in the past, okay, like some 10 years back, if you see, right, most of the time we were using many programming languages where we used to write 10,000 lines of code to build some application. Slowly it became 8,000 lines of code, and again slowly it became 5,000, then 1,000, now in some hundreds, and in future almost it will reduce to very less lines of code or no code, right? Because for coding, it requires lot of efforts, many developers are required, and if there is a bug or an error, you have to debug everything, you have to go through the complete line of code and you have to fix it. Life becomes very tedious. That is why most of the applications are preferring for a no code or low code platform where no coding is required, or for a complex application very few code is required. This is about the future. In future, all the applications will be moving towards the low code or no code platform. Next, coming to this business intelligence. So when you say Power BI, Power BI is called as a business intelligent tool. Why it is called as a business intelligent tool? If you see the word business intelligence, it has the intelligence to understand the business. Any raw data you give, we can collect the raw data, we can clean the raw data, and then we can create a reports, we can even implement some business logics, and we can create a report, and we can also take care of security. And based on the roles, we will be providing security to the users, and finally we can share the reports all over the world, wherever the business uses. One user can be from one country, one person can be from other country, all over the world we can share the report. Build once, you can share it anywhere in the world. Okay, so that is about business intelligence. Means it helps in understanding your business. You can do all the data mining, data visualization, and complete end to end you can do in the business intelligent tool. Fine. Now, why Power BI? Why Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. In this tool, you can do all the operations of a data life cycle. Like you gather the data, you analyze the data, you do all the transformation. When I say the transformation, it is about cleaning the data. And you clean the data, and then you implement all the business logics to all the domains. Like you have multiple domains, right? Like healthcare domain, insurance domain, telecommunication domain, e-commerce domain, retail domain, any domain business data you can collect the data, analyze it, do all the cleaning part, and then create a visualization and share it to the target audience. When I say target audience, they can be a business users, they can be a client, stakeholders, many people. Okay. Now coming to the business intelligence tools in the market. Now you will get a question, okay, business intelligence is fine, everything is fine, visualization, everything is fine, why should I go with Power BI? Why not some other tools in the market? When we have n number of tools in the market, why should I learn Power BI, right? This question comes to your mind. Yes, there are n number of tools available in the market, and these are some of the top tools, and I will answer your question why you should go with the Power BI. If you see this slide, it is Gartner chart. Okay. Most of you might be knowing what is this Gartner Magic Quadrant. Gartner is nothing but it's a company. Just like we have Infosys, TCS, HCL, Wipro, all these service based companies. Gartner is also an organization who will do all the reviews. Okay, they, if any tool is coming into the market, what they will do is they will analyze the tool. They will take some survey how this tool is performing, what are the features, what are the drawbacks, how many people are using this tool, which organizations are using this tool, and when compared to all other tools, how this tool is performing in the market. They do lot of research, lot of surveys, everything, and finally they will give ranking to the products. Now if you see this, right, these are all the business intelligence tools available in the market. Almost you can see around 30. And if you see here in the leaderboard, this is the leaderboard. Here you are seeing that Microsoft is leading. Now you can also imagine that this is a race. Okay, if you see, this is a race. This is a race. Okay, this is the end line, means your target line, your finish line, and this is the start line. Here it is starting, all the tools are participating in the race. Okay, every tool is participating. If you see, which one is almost close to the finish line? Microsoft. Microsoft is nothing but this is Power BI tool. This is the Power BI tool. Power BI tool is in the race. And if you see, right, this is the leaderboard, and in the leaderboard only these tools are in the race, and rest of the tools are not at all in the race. So you can completely ignore these tools. And if you see that Microsoft itself is close to the finish line, so it is the leader, it is in the top leaderboard, and next to this Tableau is there, but still if you see the gap, it can never touch the Microsoft Power BI. It can never touch the Power BI. Still it is lagging behind Power BI, and no other tools are leading. Only if there is a comparison, there is a comparison between Microsoft Power BI and Tableau tool, right? And now let's see the history of Power BI. Okay, now coming to the history of Power BI. So every one of us has some date of birth, right? When I ask you what is your date of birth, you will say that I am 1992 born, right? You will tell your date of birth. Similar to that, Power BI also has one date of birth. So 2015 only the Power BI has launched officially. So it's almost 7 years old tool. That is why even today it is leading the market. From the past few years, Power BI is leading in the market because recently only it launched, right? If you take about this programming languages, it is there from many years, like Java or any other tool. It's there from many years, but Power BI has launched officially during 2015. Moreover, it is a Microsoft product. Microsoft is nothing but it's a brand, right? Everything is a brand. Right in front of you, I am presenting you, right? Whatever I am using this PPT, this presentation, this is also a Microsoft product. Not only this, the whatever the Word document or a Excel, this paper, this presentations, as well as in our daily office calls also, we will be joining Microsoft Teams, right? So all these are Microsoft products. So Microsoft itself is a brand. That is why we everyone trust the Power BI tool, and most of the organizations today are adopting this Power BI tool. When we have n number of business intelligence tool also, why everyone is going with Power BI? Not only because of its visualization, but since it is a Microsoft product, it's a brand, we also have trust issues, right? So usually we will go with the good brand, right? And not only these companies, you are seeing some companies, right? These are some of the top companies which are using Power BI. But now, in the current situation, every organization, whether it is a small scale, big four companies or product based companies, big giants, right from the small scale, right from the small scale companies to big giants, big giants like Amazon and many product based companies, everybody are using this Power BI tool, because lot of data is there. Every day people are generating the data. We have huge volume of data for every business, and we every company wants to analyze their business, right? Every company wants to understand how my business is performing, where my business is not going well, from the past few years how my business is doing, what are the strategies I have to perform to improve my business. Every company wants to know this. That is why everyone are going with the Power BI. Even if someone is using some old tools or legacy tools, they are also trying to migrate to cloud and Power BI. Next, by the end of the course, or almost after 30 days of the course, you will also be creating some dashboards like this, okay? Like intuitive dashboards like this, without anybody's help. You can create on your own without anybody's help, without even writing a single line of code, okay? Now, Power BI is fine, right? Power BI, you are clear. This is about the visualization, why it is required, how you can understand your business. Based on this understanding, you can make some decision making. That is fine. Now, coming to data volume. If you see this graphs, right, on the left side and right side, you can see this, how the data is growing. The data every year, how it is creating. I know that people, many of you, you have joined this, right? If you open your mobile phone and if you see the number of apps you have installed in your phone, at least each one of you will have minimum 10 to 15 applications in your phone, right? Some commonly used apps are like Paytm, PhonePe, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, multiple applications you will be having. Not only one user, now everybody in each home, almost every person in the home are having your smartphones, right? If so many people are there, internet is there, and many people are using many applications. That is why the data is growing exponentially. If you see here, 2020 itself, you are seeing 40. What is this 40 gigabytes of data? See how it has grown exponentially. From few years back in the past, if you see, the volume was very very less, because it was not digital, right? Long back, if you see how the situation used to be, it was not that digital. Even usage of internet was also less. If we want to order some food, how it used to be in a long time, it is like you have to dress up, you have to take your vehicle. If vehicle is not there, you have to take some public transport, then you have to go to hotel, you have to go through the menu, you have to order it, and you have to wait till the waiter or the cook prepares the food, right? You will give the order to the waiter, you have to cook, wait there, and based on the food item you ordered, the person will take some time to cook the food, and once the food is ready, they will serve the food. Then you will have to eat that. Again, you have to take some transport, then come back home, right? In the past, a few years back, the situation was like that. And now you have your smartphone in your hand. You just open your app, any Zomato or Swiggy, open it, see the food which you want, just order it. No need to wait also. You can fresh up. By the time you order the food, you can easily fresh up, and the food will be at your doorstep, right? No need to wait for anything. Not only this, like you can see many examples, okay? even to transfer some money to some person, what you have to do, you have to go to bank, take some forms. There will be some forms, right? Receipts, or for depositing or for withdrawal, or some challans, some forms will be there. You have to fill that form, you have to wait in the queue in the counter, and then give that form. And if you do any mistake in the form, say suppose you will be writing some denominators there, right? Like uh, 10, if you are depositing some 100 rupees notes, like how many 100 rupees notes you are, those all you will be filling in the form. If you do any mistake, again the clerk in that reception, right, they will give you back the form. You have to correct the form, again you need to stand in the queue, and then they will do the transaction. And then you have to go to one more queue where you have to do the entry in your passbook, and then you have to come out of your bank. Almost half of the day you are spending in the bank only, right? To do any, even to check your balance also, you need to go to the bank. You need to go to the bank, stand in that counter where they will take your passbooks and print that statements in your passbook, right? Lot of manual efforts you are spending for that. You have to take a vehicle, you have to go through, and traffic is there, you need to wait, then you have to reach out to the bank. In the bank also, again a long queue. Almost your day is wasting. Now the same thing, if you want to perform, just to take your mobile, open your bank application, just to see your balance. If you want to transfer your money, just within seconds you are doing, right? So most of our when compared to the past, from 2000, 2000, whatever I was talking to you, right, it was around 2000, 2005, the things were like that. And now everything is digitalized. For everything you have applications, and everyone is using the internet applications, and our lives has become easy. But the thing is, now since everything is digitalized, large volume of data is getting generated. See, if you go to Twitter and you tweet anything, right? At the back end, some data is generated. You are liking something on the Facebook. At the back end, some data is getting generated. Anything you do online, you are checking your, you are depositing some money, or you are transferring some money. At the back end, some log information is getting stored. Like this person, this user at this IP address, he has done some transactions. So because of this digitalization, because of this internet, because of this multiple applications, every second, every day, the data is getting generated, and it is growing exponentially. You see this? Almost 40, in the sense, if you compare this, right, it is like 10 to the power of 21. So what does it mean, right? It means like 40 into 10 into 10 to the power of 21, means this 0 0 0 0 0, it will go till 21 times. Okay, just imagine how much is the volume of data. This still will keep on growing. Okay, there will never be a day that the data growing will stop. Only when the data growth stops, the job also related to data related roles will drop, but it will never happen. This graph will still be increasing. This will always increase only because of digitalization. This will never drop. Now, to handle this situation, right, when this data is growing, to handle this situation, we need to have large storage, right? When the volume is more, what we have to do? If we have little water, we can store in glass. When we have somewhat more water, what we will do, we will prefer some bottle, right? If you have so much of water, you have to go with some tankers, right? Based on the volume, you are going to a bigger size, right? Bigger infrastructure. Similar to that, even in phone also you will be using, right, in day to day life. Like phone, if I ask you how much volume you are storing, or what is the ram size, you will say something 64 GB or 120 GB, 128 GB. This will be your ram size of the phone. Why you want this? Because to store all your images, photos, or videos, whatever related to your phone, your applications, you need some ram size, right? Same thing even in laptop also. If I ask you what is the volume, how much you are storing, means you will say that it is something 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes, some terabytes of data. Now, if you now in this you have seen, right, almost around 40 right? 40 you have seen, means it means the data is keep growing. It will, at one point of time you cannot store in the devices. Okay, now let's take 1 TB of data. For 1 TB of data, your laptop has a capacity of 1 TB. So how much you will spend for that laptop? You will spend around 1 lakh rupees, right? What if you want to store 2 TB? Again, will you buy one more laptop and then you will store 2 TB? Is it the solution for that? What if I want to store 10 TB? Again, you will buy 10 laptops? No, right? You cannot do this. Just because your data is growing, your business is improving. Whenever your business improves, obviously your data also keeps growing. So that you cannot go that now my business has improved. So again, I have to go with one more laptop to store the data. No, right? You cannot do this. So for this, you need some solution. That is why we are going with this cloud. Now these are the ones which you are seeing on the screen, or the companies which are providing these cloud services. In this, we are going with Microsoft Azure. Why? Because most of the cloud computing services are cost effective. When you want to spend for the laptops, you need to spend more money, right? One laptop for 1 TB means almost 1 lakh, 10 means 10 lakhs. So even you provide, you spend more money, even then there are some drawbacks, that you have to take care of the security, that infrastructure and backup recovery. All these are some drawbacks. Okay, you have to take care of those things as well, along with the money you are spending. The same thing, if you take these cloud services, you can spend some less amount, like 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs for the same storage which you are were checking in your laptop. For the same thing, you can spend in less money. And also, this cloud computing services only will take care of this backups, recoveries, flexibility, everything. Okay, this is about cloud computing. Now why we have to go with Microsoft Azure? This is again the Microsoft product only, similar to Power BI, how it is a Microsoft product. Azure is also a Microsoft product, and here you don't have any restriction on the data. There is no restriction on the data. See, Power BI can do all the operations. Okay, it can pull the data from multiple sources, you can do all the transformations, you can create visuals, everything. But it doesn't mean that since it does everything, we cannot put burden on the tool, right? We should also have some cloud service where it can handle the unlimited data, and we can do all the transformations, everything in this Azure. We can not only store the data, because Azure offers many services, like some blob storage, data lake storage, Azure data factory. Each service is for some different purpose. Like for some services are for storing, some services are for cleaning, some are for storing the data, like tables, everything. Okay, different services Azure offers. And why we have to go with this? Because as I said, unlimited data, and it is the world's second largest cloud computing platform, and more efficient. And across the worldwide, wherever you are, in which country, you can easily access. And even the security, stability, auto scaling, so many advantages we have when we go with this Microsoft Azure. Now, as a Power BI developer, why you have to learn Azure, right? You will get this question also. Why I have to learn Azure? Only Power BI itself is enough, right? Why should I go with Azure? See, uh, now the future is about, like any technology you are, at least one cloud service you should learn for sure. Because the future, you will have more demand for cloud services. At least one cloud service you should know, whether it is AWS or Azure or GCP, anything is fine. One cloud, definitely we should know this. And future, it may become mandatory also. When I say mandatory, compulsory, you should know one cloud service. So what happens is, when you're getting the data from multiple sources, as I said, the data volume keeps increasing. You will have large volume of data which you cannot directly get into Power BI, right? You cannot put that burden on this tool. So what you will do, you will go with some Azure services like Azure Data Factory, where you will completely clean the data. You, because no data will be cleaned. Okay, no data you will get as a clean data. So you have to clean the data in some service. So we are going with Azure Data Factory, where you will clean the data, and then the cleaned data you will visualize it in the Power BI. Even to store also large volume, you will be storing somewhere in blob storage or data lake storage in Azure, and then that you will be pulling into the Power BI, and then you will show how your business data looks like for more insights. Next. Okay, so we have seen about Power BI, we have seen why we should go with cloud services, and now we have Power Apps. What about this Power Apps? On the name itself you can make out, right? This, you can create some powerful applications, you can create some powerful applications using this Power Apps. This is also a part of Power Platform. This also same concept only, no code or low code. As I said, our world is moving towards no code or low code platform. Here also you can create some interactive and very useful, interactive and helpful apps, applications within very less time, less stipulated time. In other technologies, if you have to create any app, right, say suppose I want to create some mobile application for my business, you have to know some Java, you have to know some Android Studio. There you have to use some tools, some drag and drop things also you have to do some. So this is about Power Apps, okay? No code and low code platform, where you can create any applications, any application which you can either see in your website or in your web, or you can also use it in your tablets or phones. From your phone also you can access some applications. So as a Power BI developer, why should I learn Power Apps also? See, in Power BI, you can visualize your report, right? There can be a scenario where you want to edit some information. Whatever you are seeing in the report, you need some interface where you want to edit the information. So in that case, you cannot edit in Power BI, right? You cannot write back to the source in Power BI. For that, you have to go with Power Apps, where you can create some application, and this application you can integrate with the Power BI. This Power Apps, why it is very popular? Because see, in our real time also, like if you are taking some services from anyone, right? Say suppose my laptop has some issue, I have raised a ticket. Means I have raised an issue, so one ticket will be generated, and immediately that company, let's take Lenovo company, okay? That company people, what they will do, they will send one technician to my home. So when the technician comes home, immediately he will not carry one more laptop, right? To see this ticket, or to update this incident, he will not carry one more laptop. He will just carry his phone, and he will come to me. He will ask me what is the OTP ticket number. He will just enter it, and he will start doing the service. Once he fix the issue in my laptop, immediately he will update something in his phone, and automatically I will get a mail saying, your issue has been fixed, thanks for reaching out to me, give the rating for me. How come within seconds, within the same time, once he finishes, automatically I'll get some mail, right? How is it possible? Because of these mobile applications. No need to carry anything, no need to carry your laptop and open the website and then update the information. Just to carry your phone. In the phone itself, you edit the information, you update the information, automatically the information gets updated. All these are possible through Power Apps. Just one example I gave, there are n number of examples. You can go with this Power Apps. So this kind of applications, like some product app or help desk app, inspections app, many applications you can develop without involving more code, okay? Very few lines of code, or without no code also you can create some simple apps in using Power Apps. This is again a Microsoft product. Okay, fine. Everything is fine. Now, why Power Automate? Why should I learn Power Automate? Power Automate is again a Microsoft product, where you can automate the business. The name itself is telling that it has a power to automate the process, any business process it can automate. There can be n number of use cases, like in a day to day life you need to send some forms for approvals, right? You will be sending to your manager or his manager, delivery manager, some approvals you need to take. So that those kind of things you can automate. And there might be some reports every day, you want to send some mails to your client and customers about summary of some information, that also you can automate. Auto populate the data from different email attachments. All these kinds of some of the repetitive tasks which we'll be doing in our day to day life, right? In our day to day projects, not only this, any task which you are doing on a repetitive basis and which does not involve your manual intervention, all these processes you can automate using Power Automate. So that is about Power Automate. Even the future is also that is about automation only, right? Most of the people who are doing manual work will lose the jobs in future. Whoever is doing the automation, they will have good opportunities and more growth in the IT career. And who are doing manual work, right, repetitive work, manual work, they will be losing their jobs in the future. So everyone, the life today now, it is more about automation only. Everybody, the IT is also moving towards automation. So Power Automate is also required, where you want to automate the business process. And this Power Automate also you can integrate with Power BI. Some of the tasks, like whenever in your table, right, when you have some critical data, the data, when any modification is happening to the critical data, immediately there should be some alerts to your business. Hey, someone has modified this data, this is very critical data. Automatically you can set up some alerts using this Power Automate. Like that, you have n number of scenarios where you can use Power Automate, even if you are working as a Power BI developer. This is about Power Automate. Now, how this all we can integrate means, you will be connecting to different data sources, you will be pulling the data, you will be creating some report in the Power BI, and you will also create a Power App for the same data source where you want to edit the information. You can integrate this Power App with Power BI. And as I said, in the same data, when you want to get any notification or any automate business approvals, then you can integrate this with Power Automate as well. Now, Power Automate is completed. Last but not the least, we will also be learning about SQL. Next, SQL, okay? Everything is fine, right? Now you are familiar with the Power Platform tools. And now, last but not the least, you will also be learning SQL as part of this program. In the program, in the sense, as part of this course. Why SQL is important? Because most of the time you will be dealing with the databases, right? You will be dealing with the different databases. What exactly is a database? Database is nothing but collection of tables. What exactly is the tables? Tables is collection of data, right? Different kinds of data you will be having in the tables, and this all these tables will be there in the database. And you will be pulling the data from this database, and you will be creating the reports. So you should also know the language, how you have to interact with the database. If I want to interact with you people, which language I'm using now in this session? I'm using English language to interact with you. The same English language I cannot use with the database, right? Of course, this SQL is also similar to English only, but it will follow some syntax. It will follow some commands, it will follow some syntax. With that language only I can communicate with the database. If I speak in this English, it cannot understand, right? It cannot understand. For that, you have to learn SQL. Why SQL? Why not some other programming languages? Why can't I learn this? Because for most of the data processing, SQL is the most commonly used language. And you can see this graph also, right? It is at the top when compared to other programming languages, where you want to work with the data processing. Because the course you are taking, you will be moving into data related roles, right? Like a data analyst or a business analyst, data scientist, data engineer, no, data visualization engineer. You will be moving to all these kinds of roles. You can enter any of these roles once you learn this combination of these courses. So for that, you should also learn SQL, because this is highly used across data processing. and we have n number of databases available, and as part of this program you will be learning MySQL. Why MySQL? Because it is a open source, highly configurable, easy to use database. So you will be learning this database. And please note that once you learn SQL, right, not only this, anything you can learn. You can work with Oracle, you can work with SQL Server, you can work with Azure SQL database. Just SQL is a language, okay? If you learn that language, you can in future any of the projects, any databases you are using also, almost the syntax, everything will be same, similar, some here and there some limitations or some changes will be there, but the SQL remains same, okay? And coming to this job opportunities, okay, so at the end of the thing, right, at the end of the course, why you are learning all these technologies, why you are investing 3 months of time, end of the day you want jobs, right? So let's see about the growth also, how Power BI, what are the job opportunities. You can go and search in multiple job portals also, like LinkedIn or Naukari, Indeed. If you see, right, you will have lot of openings for Power BI. But I agree that maybe due to some months, right, few of the months there might be less calls or less openings, but in general, on an average, if you take, you will have this number of openings for Power BI. This is only for Power BI I'm talking about, but you are going to learn 5 technologies, including SQL, Azure, Power Apps, and Power Apps. So into 5 you can do, okay? For this number, into 5 you can do. So that many job openings will be there across the country. Across the country, different states, wherever you are, you will be finding n number of job opportunities. Now, coming to your common questions, most of you now you will have some questions, right? Whether I can learn this or not, which role I can move. I don't know anything, okay? I don't know Java, I don't know Python, I don't know what IT is about. Can I learn this one? Anyone can learn this tool, okay? Once you learn this tool, these are the commonly roles you will be moving it. Not only these rules, any roles which is having data related roles, right, you can move into any of these roles once you learn this course. And for this, no coding background is required. You don't need any coding background. Just if you can understand simple English, that is more than enough to take this course. And for freshers also, this is a very good opportunity. And there is a myth for freshers, right? Most of the whoever is passing out from the college, most of the seniors or the people, they advise that, hey, you learn Java, you learn Python, you learn any programming language, then only you will get jobs, okay? No, that is only a myth. Even for freshers, you will get a job as a job in this data scientist or data visual, these kind of jobs you will get when you learn these hot skills. All these 5 tools are hot skills, and this will be forever in the market. At least once you learn these courses, right, all these tools, minimum 5 to 10 years you need not learn anything else. All 5 if you learn, I'm saying minimum 5 to 10 years you can easily survive in IT. And coming to the career gap, okay, many people will have some career gap also due to n number of reasons, or personal reasons, or a medical reasons, or health issues, or whatever the reason, you people will have some career gap also, right? Some of the people. So even the people who have gap also, easily they can learn this one, because everything is about visualization, right? You will, once you start learning this Power BI, you will love the tool, because everything is more about creating the visuals. It will be colors, you can use n number of colors. And even the role also, gathering the data, right from gathering the data, cleaning the data, creating the reports, and sharing with end users, every phase of that report building, you will like that process. So whatever the technology or whatever the background, no, don't worry about that. All this will be helpful for you to get a good job. And even you can switch. Say suppose you are a Java developer, now you are fed up of writing a more number of lines, you are unable to grow in your career, you are not able to do the coding properly, you want to switch to this data analyst role, you can easily switch, okay? If you want to change your domain, you can do it. If you're from a non IT to IT, you can come here. Even if you have a career gap, you can take this course. So for whatever the reason, if you just understand simple English, it's more than enough to take all these courses. As I said, in all these courses you don't have any coding. If coding is there means it's like a small DAX functions, some even SQL is also similar to English only, but you will follow some syntax, you will follow some command. That's it. No coding like other programming languages. So finally, this is our approximate hours we are giving. For SQL, 15 hours, and for Power BI, it will be 40 hours, because the main in this course is Power BI, right? And 15 hours you will be going through Azure's services as well. Whatever the services which are required for a Power BI developer or a data analyst, those services you will be learning in Azure. And 30 hours including Power Apps and Power Automate, and three real-time projects end to end, right from how you will take the requirements from the client, how you will analyze the requirements, how you will create a report, how you will clean everything, right from end to end. All three projects will be doing that. And see, in other organizations, right, no one will teach all these five courses, okay. Many people will teach only Power BI or Power BI with SQL, that's it. Not in, I think, as far as our research and whatever the survey we have done across the India, right, this is the case. There is the only institute where we are providing all five hot skills together as one course. Okay, all these five are hot skills which will be forever in the market, IT market, and all five we are providing along with the organization account. Even no institute or no courses, right, they are offering this organization account, because you need some license, okay, to work. Since you are working for a real time projects also here, you need some organization account, like some IDs like Swati @hcl.com, like this, some organization account you need. Though you are working with KSR, you will also get this organization account, because KSR is not only a institute where you are learning the courses. This is slowly becoming like a startup company. We are getting some projects as well, and we have hired few resources who are working on the project. So moreover, in the past it was only a institute where we were providing the courses. Now it has become a startup where we got almost some projects from the client, and we are working on the projects. So real time organization account also you will be getting in this institute. This nowhere you will get in India. And workshops also we will be providing, okay, real time projects. I will show you everything in YouTube. Also we have released some projects end to end, and some free workshops also we will be conducting, and some paid also, based on the demand. Like many of the people, many of the students, they subscribe to our channels, and they will be requesting, can you please make some end to end projects, or can you please provide some workshop on Azure. So based on your feedback and your requirement, right, we will be creating, we will be organizing some workshops as well. And not only teaching the course, okay, it's KSR is not about only going through the course curriculum. Till you get a job, it's our responsibility. We will take the complete responsibility. We will also give you the interview guidance. We will be taking mock interviews. Even in the class we will take some mock interviews. And some people will be some from different background, right, they might be facing some issues, they may not be able to concentrate on the studies, or they have some fear to attend the interviews. For them also we will take some counseling, one to one counseling, and we will take some mock interviews for them. Even one to one also we take some mock interviews. And finally uploading their resumes, right, in the Naukari portal, how to update in Naukari, how to update in LinkedIn, how to get more calls, everything, how to speak up, soft skills also. For this is not a separate course, okay. Since you are spending more than 3 months with us, automatically from the day one, the relationship between the students and the trainer will not be like a student and trainer. It will be something like a manager and a team members. Right from the beginning we will tell you how to communicate, how to do the work. We will also be giving some assignments to you on a daily basis. Don't worry, it will not be hard. The way we are teaching, you will be easily able to do the assignments as well. Even if you are stuck up with the assignments, you are not able to do that, we will be guiding you how to do the assignment. Where you are stuck, we will also have a mentors. So from the day one till the day till the 3 months of the course, um, the way we communicate, the way we do the projects, the way we learn the course, everything will be, you will automatically learn soft skills also, how to do the project, how to communicate, how to present. You will also be answering the questions in the class, right? So if you have any fear of speaking or anything, all this you will automatically become expert in soft skills as well. Soft skills means it's more about your confidence level, how you communicate, how you present, how you can behave. Like post this course, right, immediately you will also get a job also, you will get an offer, and once you get an offer letter, you can join the organization, and no need to worry that how it will be in real time, how I have to face my manager, how should I face my client. You will not have any fear, because all that you would have learned in this 3 months of course. So easily when you join any organization, happily you can work there. So this is our data vision. Here you can log into this, and you have to create, okay? Once you log in, like any other website, it will ask you to sign up, right? You have to create your account. You need to provide your username, your information, and once you create, you will be able to log in. Once you log in, you can explore the courses, okay? We do have blogs as well. This is the blogs. All the articles are written like different technologies. Not only this course, we are offering multiple courses, right? Here you can see all these blogs. All these blogs are there, and you can also see the courses, what all the courses we are offering. N number of courses we do have. Some more free courses as well. You can, once you register, right, once you sign up to this datavision.com, you can see this free courses also, you can go through, and some are paid courses. You can log into here, and you can go through this one. You can go through all these courses, and you can explore, and you can register also for this course also. Once you log in here, you will see that as well, the upcoming session, right? That you will see somewhere here, you can register for that. I think still it is not added. And most of the courses are already there, free courses also are already there. You can go through this. Thank you all, thanks for joining.